everyone, my name is Srinath Sawant and welcome to TUYG. If you have come to here for the first time, then don't forget to subscribe, and if you haven't, then do, and then press the bell icon so that the next time I post a new video, you'll get notified.
कुकर में से चने निकाल दिए और खाली कुकर गैस पर चढ़ा दिया चढ़ा दिया चढ़ा दिया ये राशि
Recently, my friend got a text saying iPhone available at 20,000 rupees, iPhone 11. Well, to our curiosity, we asked that person that how is it possible? He used the word carding. This term, well, the particular advertisement wasn't fake, it was real. He gave us proofs saying that how he delivered his previous orders. Those orders were previously delivered from Amazon store, the original store. The iPhones which were received were legit. There are many Indians, there are many people in the whole world who do this service named carding. Is it real? Yes. Is it legal? No. It is illegal. And anyone can go for jail if they attempt this thing. First thing, the most important thing. There are 99% fake carders and only one particular person in every is the one who genuinely does this business. Rest they promise that they will deliver the phone, they'll deliver the particular item, but they just take the prepayment and then they block you. Keep them away. What is carding? And what is it? And how is this possible that this guy who genuinely supplied iPhones from Amazon is doing it at such low cost? To know about carding, let's go back to the origins.
Everything out here is about money. Like, who fuck wanna come home to fucking not even $1,000 every 2 weeks? Then you gotta pay taxes. Fucking make $1,000 in front of you guys today, right now. Yeah, this is how we do this shit. We got the shit with the chippies on there too. 4 5 7 8 3 6 3 5 0 7. This is exactly how we make our bread.
Ay, 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 ay. Don't pop out if you ain't fly, ay, ay. She tell you bye, ay, ay. I threw them ones to the sky, ay, ay. She back in.
So carding is basically using someone else's credit card numbers, credit card details for our own personal benefits. Well, this is illegal, obviously. So what do they do exactly? They purchase credit card numbers, credit card details of a particular person from different countries. Then they use VPN and go to Amazon, eBay, or whatever sites, use their credit card details and buy particular products of any cost or whatsoever it is. They use a shipping address of somewhere else, they go to that particular place, they collect the products or go to the godown, collect the products and come back. This is how carding is done, and then they deliver it to you on your particular address. This is how the whole process of that iPhone it is. One American guy who does this for his daily job has explained about this thing in depth. Let's see what he says about it.
Right now, so I can see how this works. Right now, me and my boys, we building a studio, and we about to order some studio equipment. I need a mixer. It's the next thing I need for the studio. What else do I need? Need a fucking desk. That looks like a banging ass desk. $2,000. Fuck that, add to cart. It's gonna come out to damn near almost $5,000 if you round it off to the nearest hundreds. All right, this is it right here. What I'm gonna do is, go on my site right now on my phone, pick a credit card number out. I'm here, take a good look. There's people's credit card numbers from all over the world. See, now look, I just checked it. I don't know if you can see it says valid, right? So that means that one works. All right, well now I'm just gonna plug everything in, give them a different shipping address, and it should be on the way. Oh, thank you for your order. See, that easy. Should be here tomorrow. Oh Lord, it's easy shit. I don't even rap, but I love this shit.
It is that easy for a common person to hack into your particular details, to get all the credit card numbers or your bank details and order something from your particular account and give it to someone else. When you order something online from Amazon, let's suppose the order is about 10,000, 20,000 rupees. When you order it, you go to the card section, you purchase it, you enter all your credit card details on it. These credit card details are going to be saved in your computer in the cookies. For a hacker to access your cookies, it just takes 2 to 3 minutes. Your cookies can be accessed by an hacker with 2 or 3 methods. One is if you go to public Wi-Fi, any computer can access your particular phone. And you install a software. Recently, Carrie Minati's YouTube channel was hacked. How? He installed a particular software and then that software controlled the whole particular computer, through which his YouTube channel was hacked, and then his YouTube channel was advertising some bitcoins and how to buy them in Russian language. Then this is one thing. Second is software installing, and third is adwares. Any adware, if you click anything on this website and you give them permission, they can access everything inside your computer. So if you want to be safe from it, do one thing. Use only those card details in which you have minimum balance, or transfer that particular fund in that particular cards when you're buying. Otherwise, don't transfer any funds in that particular card. Second, be aware of all the advertisements and everything on internet. Keep your computer and your phone virus free. Use particular softwares to protect it. Third and the most important thing is never ever trust shortcut schemers. Never. If they say that they are going to give a particular product in less cost or anything, or if they are giving you money for particular advertising or marketing or anything, and they ask you for your details, just stay away from those people. I know you won't share your details with them, but they can access your particular devices very easily just by communicating with you. On Netflix, Jamtara series was told that never share OTP with anyone. But there are many hacking methods in which OTP is not even required. In my next 2 videos, I'm going to tell you how other people got scammed without sharing their OTP by just communicating or talking with the schemers. There was no sharing of bank details, there was no OTP shared, there was no contact made, and those people weren't even existing at first place. At the end of the day, I would like to tell you one thing, that those schemers were caught by the police, but there are many people on the run who haven't been caught and who have mastered the technique of carding. So be assured, be safe. Meet you on the next video. See you soon.